Heroes of the Army, time for a throwback. Today, we're talking about America's first soldier. OG of the USA, George Washington. George Washington was the guy to lead the American guys to defeat all those other guys. First up, the French and Indian War. GW was just a major in a provincial militia, but he was already making waves. Fast forward to the American Revolutionary War. GW became the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army. After the war, Washington helped shape the U.S. Constitution at the Constitutional Convention in 1787 and became the President of the United States. And the cherry on top, he was the first general of the armies, and no one has ever outranked him. And that's why he is one of the
heroes of the Revolutionary War. Let's talk about one of the most underrated figures in history, Deborah Samson. In the 1780s, when women weren't allowed to serve in the military, Deborah disguised herself as a man and enlisted in the Revolutionary War. Pretty bold, right? She took on the name Robert Shirtliff, fought in battles, and held her own on the front lines. Not only that, but she served in the elite light infantry unit, a group known for their speed and toughness. But here's the wild part. She got injured, and rather than risk being discovered, she removed a bullet from her own leg with a knife. No anesthesia. Talk about dedication. Eventually, a doctor discovered her secret. Instead of punishment, she was actually awarded a military pension. Deborah Samson proved that determination and courage break barriers, and that's why she is one of the
heroes of the Army. Meet John Clem, the kid who rewrote Civil War history with a drum and a gun. 1861, President Lincoln calls for volunteers. Not yet 10, the Ohio youth tried to join the Union Army. But too young and too small, the 3rd Ohio said no. The 22nd Michigan also said no. Fear not, he tagged along until the 22nd adopted him as their mascot and drummer boy. Officers pulled their money to pay his $13 monthly wage until he was allowed to enlist at the age of 11. Fast forward to Chickamauga, 1863. Johnny's just 12 when he picks up a custom-sized musket and rides into battle. Nearly captured, Clem shot a Confederate colonel and escaped. For his bravery, he's promoted to sergeant, the youngest non-commissioned officer in U.S. Army history. After the war, having failed the West Point entrance exam, President Ulysses S. Grant personally appointed him to 2nd lieutenant. Clem served for decades, retiring as a major general, the last Civil War veteran in the U.S. Army. From runaway to war hero, John Clem didn't ask for permission, he made history. And this is why he is one of the heroes of the Army. A woman named the most dangerous of all Allied spies, Virginia Hall, was a woman of courage, resilience, and daring. Arriving in Vichy, France in 1941, she was tasked with rallying local resistance against the German occupiers. Her mission? To communicate vital intelligence to the British Secret Service. The Gestapo hunted her, but she remained elusive. In the dead of winter, Virginia embarked on a grueling 50-mile trek over the Pyrenees Mountains from France into Spain, despite having lost the use of her left leg. Virginia went on to create the Heckler Network in Lyon, coordinating efforts with the French resistance fighters. The Gestapo nicknamed her Artemis and considered her the most dangerous of all Allied spies. Her efforts including derailing trains, blowing up bridges, and capturing hundreds of Nazis. After the war, Virginia received the Distinguished Service Cross, one of the highest U.S. military honors for bravery in combat. She was the only woman to receive this award during World War II, and this is why she is one of the heroes of the Army. Augustine Ramos fought in both World War II and the Korean War, and would become the most decorated Hispanic soldier in U.S. military history. The year was 1941. Calero, born in Puerto Rico, enlisted in the U.S. Army, and was assigned to the 65th Infantry Regiment, aka the Bucaneers. During World War II, Calero was a part of the 3rd Infantry Division, and he would see action at the Battle of Colmar Pocket, where he would single-handedly take out 10 enemy soldiers and capture 21 more, earning the nickname One Man Army, full-on beast mode. Then, in 1950, Calero rejoined the 65th, where he would fight in the Korean War. Ultimately, Calero served in the Army for 21 years, racked up 22 medals for his valor and heroism, including the Silver Star and the Bronze Star. Augustine Ramos Calero, true legend and one of the
heroes of the Army. Today, we're talking about Audi Murphy. He was just 20 when the war ended, but not before taking out 240 German soldiers. He has all the Army awards and recognitions for valor, to include this, and this. Yeah! He came back home in June 1945, and the nation went wild. He was the original, real-life Captain America. So much so, they made his life into a movie, where of course he had to play himself. His actions got him monuments, memorials, and even a G.I. Joe action figure. And this is why he is one of the
heroes of the Army. Today, we honor Pascalculus Pulaw, a hero of the Kiowa Nation and America's most decorated Native American soldier. The year, 1942. Pulaw enlists in the Army and joins his father and two brothers to fight in World War II. While serving with the 8th Infantry Regiment, his unit encountered heavy fire, and Pulaw hurled hand grenades at the enemy until they dispersed. For this gallantry, he was awarded his first Silver Star. Pulaw then fought in the Korean War, earning 2 more Silver Stars and a second Purple Heart. Returning to the United States in 1952, he would retire from service 10 years later. Then, in 1967, Pulaw re-enlisted in an attempt to save his son from having to fight in Vietnam. On November 7, 1967, his unit was ambushed by the Viet Cong. Despite the intense fire, Pascal heroically attempted to pull a fellow soldier to safety, ultimately sacrificing his own life in the process. His selflessness and bravery knew no bounds. In total, Pulaw was awarded 42 medals and citation. Pascalculus Pulaw, rest in peace. You are and forever will be one of the heroes of the Army. In the heart of the Vietnam War, one man defied death itself. His name, Master Sergeant Raul Roy Perez Benitez. The date, May 2nd, 1968. The place, Cambodia. Benitez volunteered to extract surviving members of a 12-man recon team who were overcome by strong enemy resistance. Upon hitting the LZ, Benitez literally jumped into hell, sustaining multiple gunshot wounds. He carried his comrades to safety, refusing to be stopped. However, heavy enemy gunfire crashed the extraction helicopter, seemingly destroying all hope. But Benitez did not falter. He continued the fight, called for airstrikes, and waited for the second chopper to arrive. Through gunfire and hand-to-hand combat, Benitez suffered strikes to the head, a broken jaw, and 37 bullet and bayonet wounds. Benitez's gallant choice saved lives. His valor earned him the Medal of Honor. Even today, when special forces need courage, they invoke his call sign, Roy Benitez, forever and always one of the heroes of the Army, the Giant Killer, Captain Richard James Flaherty. So picture this, 4'9". Yup, you heard me, but this dude went full Green Beret. Elite level military. They even had to waive the height requirements because Flaherty wasn't here to play, he was here to win. This man wasn't just good, he was insane at what he did. Vietnam, he was out there leading missions during one of the war's most intense moments, the Tet Offensive. When chaos was everywhere, Flaherty was in the thick of it. The man earned 2 Purple Hearts, the Bronze Star, and oh yeah, the Silver Star. Fast forward, war's over, and Flaherty's life takes a wild turn. Homeless, but still serving. Word is, he worked undercover with the DEA and CIA. This man was fighting battles we'll probably never know about. Sadly, Flaherty's story ends in tragedy. In 2015, he was killed in a hit-and-run accident in Miami, Florida. A mysterious end for a man whose life was anything but ordinary. Richard James Flaherty, the GOAT. We didn't know we needed. And this is why he is one of the
heroes of the Army. Meet Alwen Cash, the definition of a hero. October 17, 2005, Operation Iraqi Freedom. Cash was part of a squad conducting a nighttime patrol when their Bradley was disabled by an improvised explosive device. Vehicles in flames, chaos everywhere. But Cash, he's not panicking. His uniform covered in fuel, the fire literally on him. But did that stop Cash? No. He dives back into the inferno 6 times. Yes, 6 times, pulling his brothers in arms to safety, saving everyone he could, even while suffering 2nd and 3rd degree burns over 70% of his body. He refused to get on the rescue copter until everyone else was evacuated first. Cash would pass away from his injuries, but not before showing the world what true selflessness looks like. In 2021, he was finally awarded the Medal of Honor. This man is proof that not only do heroes walk among us, but they sometimes literally run toward the fire. Alwen C. Cash, remember his name, forever enshrined as one of the heroes of the Army.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. For more content from U.S. Army, check out our other videos and subscribe to our channel.